I have called this laughter is the best medicine. Throughout my life, I've had many, many, many things take place and happen, and I've actually my ability to laugh and see the funny side eventually is the thing that's got me through. It's gave me tremendous courage. It lifts the vibration, it lifts your own vibration. I remember I've got a few funny stories. I'll try and recall ones that are appropriate to go in here. I remember one day my husband had dropped me off and I went to Asda, and I was I don't know what I was looking for, but this gentleman came up to me and said, "Can you help me? Can you help me?" I'd never seen him in my life before. "Can you help me? I'm looking for a pair of tights for my wife," and I'm looking round about thinking, "Does he think I work in here?" So anyway, I went away. Looked for the tights. Never met his wife. Didn't know what size she was. So I was just trying to fathom out with what the man was saying, how to get the right pair of tights for her. This woman I've never met in my life. I've never met the man. So I spent all this time looking in every aisle with him to get the right pair of tights. And he said, "Oh, can't thank you enough," blah, blah, blah. So eventually gets back out to the car. My husband said, "Where was you? You were away for absolute ages. I didn't think you'd been in the shop for that long." And I said, "Oh, I have to tell you a funny story." I said, "I was looking at the counters, looking to see what I was getting. Thought I'll just get that and then I'll go straight back out." Of course, this man come up and blah, blah, blah. I told him the story and they said, "Did you have the same colour on as Asda changed the colours, or you get your same colour on as them?" And I said, "No." I was looking about thinking, is this one of these, one of these that folk have a wee laugh with you to see what you're going to say? And it wasn't. It was just this man needed help, and he just seen me, which happened throughout my life. It could be. I remember one of the times I was in Glasgow with my sister many years ago. We were at a train station, and the toilets, the queue was a mile long, so we were waiting in the toilet, and my sister was in first, and then I went in. And I come back out and I was washing my hands, and this wee lady come up, and she told me that she'd an operation and all the different things that happened to her. And she said she'd go back in tomorrow for the operation. She's really worried about it. And I was just really saying to her, "Well, I'm really thinking about you. I do a lot of healing, and I'll send you a lot of healing. What time's your operation?" and blah, blah, blah. And my sister said, "Goodness sake, you're speaking to that lady for ages. It's funny you met her up here today, and all these people. Imagine meeting somebody you knew." And I said, "I'd never met in my life before." She, "What? Why are you standing and talking to her?" I says, "Because that wee lady maybe doesn't have another person in the world to speak to. And that's why I stood and spoke to her. I was helping her." She went, "Well, I wouldn't have stood there. What was you doing that for?" And I said, "Well, because just because I was helping her." I'm trying to think of anything else that's happened that has been really funny. Oh, I always speak to the animals. So I was out a walk with my dad. It was only the other week there. I was out a walk with my dad, and we walked around where we are in New Farm. And this beautiful wee, it wasn't a Scotty dog, it's a wee a little small black dog, and it pointed up ears, and its hair kind of stood up. It wasn't that old, just a wee puppy. It was a beautiful wee thing. And its owner was there, and I was speaking to the owner and saying, "Oh, where did you get the wee dog? It's lovely, it's really well behaved." And we're giving that a wee clap. And both myself and my dad are animal lovers. Anyway, she was saying, "Oh, Romania, and there were all these pups were going out for a rescue centre." And I said, "Oh gosh, it's a beautiful wee thing." She went, "Yeah, he's been abused and stuff." And she says, "I'm actually surprised how good he is with animals and other dogs and that after all the abuse he's been through." I said, "Oh God love him, he's like a wee angel." Anyway, we were walking away. No any disrespect to the owner, I must say, but I was walking away and I said, "Well, it was awful nice to meet you. I'm really pleased to meet you. And it's been a pleasure," blah, 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 whatever I said. And we walked away, and the woman went, "Yeah, it was really nice to meet you. I hope to see you again sometime." I walked away, I'm laughing. I walked away, and me and my dad were just laughing. My dad said, "What are you laughing at?" I said, "I was talking to the dog." And then me and my dad would kill myself laughing. I said, "I don't mean to be disrespectful to the lady, but I was talking to the dog." And I've seen me, and I'll speak to maybe like the cats or the squirrels or whatever, and speak away to them, and you'll see people going like that, kind of looking. And even at the children, can if it's a wee baby, I'll wave, "Hello, hello." kind of like that kind of thing. And then I'll speak away to them, and you'll see the parents kind of going, "How's she speaking to him?" But the children look as if they know me. That's the thing. Because it used to be when I was with my husband, I would wear this a luminous pink Kagula had. Oh, and I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. See when it got I had to throw it out. I was broken hearted. You just pulled it on. It was I loved that Kagul. Anyway, we'd been wee babies would just stare at me and laugh at me, and my husband said, and they'd say, "Hello, Ken, speak to me." And my husband said, "It's that pink Kagul, it's that bright pink Kagul." But it would still happen even if I didn't have the bright pink Kagul on. And you see the parents going as if to say, "How does she know them for somewhere?" And then he said, "Maybe it's your hair." And but I think they just seen the light, they seen that I worked with the angels, they seen I was pure love, and I love to laugh. I'm really childlike myself, like I like to be child friendly. That's why I'm child friendly and animal friendly. So I get a right good laugh going round about me and my dad giggles at me and he says, "Oh my goodness, I always thought you were an alien, you didn't belong on this planet." Because obviously my name's Aileen, but a lot of my young people call me Alien. And my dad says this, not so long ago, "I always knew you weren't from this planet because of just different things I say and do. My outlook in life, how he finds that I'm really different. If anybody he knows, and I'm his daughter. But I keep him going with my laughter and that. And actually, another wee funny thing that happened, my dad's got this wee adopted cat. I've now found out her name's Holly. And so a few weeks ago, every time I go, she kind of hides from me. But my dad keeps saying all these things. "Oh, she's a nasty one." But I don't know whether it's my dad's sense of humour because I'm the one that helps him all the time with everything. I'm thinking, "Dad, that's not even funny. If people heard you saying that, they'd be wondering what I was doing to you. I'm really a nice person. I'm saying this to the cat, but thinking it was really annoying me. And I'm thinking that cat must don't know what my dad's saying about me to the cat. And I'm really upset because I love animals and usually they come up to me, but she always ran away when I was there. He goes, and my dad would say, I'll set Aileen on you." And I'd be like, "Don't say that." "Am I going to do you?" Oh, anyway, one day he comes up for his lunch and he was on harassing. I could see him keep looking back and he was coming out the door and I'm saying, "Who's he talking to? Must be a small person that he's speaking to." Anyway, he opens the door, there's a cat, this black and white cat sitting at my door. For like 2 cages, I thought she would come in. So she came up for lunch. She was in the house, she was crying all the time. I'm like that. "Well, you come in here, Holly, you came up here for lunch. Now you're crying to get out." My dad wouldn't let her go out the back in case she jumped off a fence. I said, "Dad, that's what cats do." He's always saying, "And she's wanting out for the toilet." I says, "That's what cats do, they go in and out. That's what animals do. You need to let her, you can't keep her in the house all the time." So I laughed all day about that cat walking up my dad for its lunch into my house. My goodness, I was like, that just made my day because I thought, well, she's obviously really does love me and really likes me. It's my dad that's programming her mind that I'm this Cruella de Vil or something. I said, "I don't know how you could say all these things, Dad." I said, that's not even funny to me, but he sees it funny because obviously he sees it's upsetting me. So he does it all the more. So anyway, I'll leave that with you. But what I would say was, if you can find in your life your laughter and your joy and follow that, because it'll lead you to beautiful places and it'll cheer up everybody around about you. There's just numerous things have happened to me in my life and it's not been funny. I've had to see the funny side of it. And another funny story, in August when we were going away on holiday, I said to my dad, "Well, why don't you ask your neighbour 2 doors along if they would keep an eye on the wee cat?" Oh, he says, "I don't really like." I says, "Well, ask the guy, ask him if you watch the cat." But anyway, didn't he ask the young girl? He says, the daughter, he says, "Could you look after my cat and go away on holiday?" He says, "I just meant to leave food or water for her every day." She says, "Oh no," she says, "I don't like cats. I couldn't look after a cat. I don't like cats." So my dad says, "Imagine that." And I said, "Aye, well, she doesn't like cats or nothing you can do about it." He said, "Aye, but I walk by the house and there's a cat sitting in the windows in the living room." So she obviously maybe wasn't want to watch the cat. She didn't want to say. Oh my goodness, I thought that was so funny. I laughed and laughed and laughed about that. And I thought, isn't that funny how did she think my dad was never going to see the cat sitting in a lounge, a window looking at it? Oh dear. So anyway, I'll leave that with you. Bye bye. Thank you.